Thank you for tuning in. You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. This is Women Empowerment Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Carmelle Bias. Oh, we are in the studio once again here on a beautiful day here in Seattle, Washington, with our guest via StreamYard, Miss Trina Burnett, Mary Kay Sales Director, and Miss Alrita Harris, CEO and founder of Pure Royal Beauty. Oh, we will be discussing today self-care and, starting off the new year here, just discussing about, taking care of ourselves as women, as human beings, just doing the right thing when it comes to ourselves, and to our health. So we're going to have that discussion today and talk a little bit more about self-care today. But before we jump into the interview with our guest today, I want to go ahead and give a couple of announcements that's been going on with Women in Business Expo Group. As many of you know, we have launched the website. Oh, we have been doing the work, y'all. Okay, diligently doing the work too. And this is a great opportunity once again for those of you that are looking for that space to connect with other business owners, looking for resources. This website is going to contain a small business directory. Also, too, there is an e-commerce platform for you to post your products and services, let others know about the work it is that you're doing. So we are excited for the work it is with the website that has been happening. So for those of you that are interested in learning more and becoming a member of Women in Business Expo Group, simply email us, womeninbusinessexpogroup@yahoo.com. Definitely, you can check out our Facebook page, Women in Business Expo Group, for more information and details. This website here has been a kind of a dream of mine, I guess, for the last years, 7 years it's been. But we have been working diligently to get this website done. And I want to give a big shout out to Miss Elaine Robinson, CEO and founder of Smiling Website. She's the designer behind this. Oh, this lady is amazing, so I want to give her a big shout out and thank her once again for all the work it is that she's done. For those of you, again, that are interested in checking out that website, you can take a look, Women in Business Expo Group, or go to www.wibeg.biz. And there you will find additional information, all the resources it is that we have on the website there. Definitely. Also, too, I want to let all of our listeners know about an opportunity it is that we have. So Women in Business Expo Group, we are doing some work with Echo Glen Youth Detention Center here. Want to motivate and inspire young people about entrepreneurship. So we are putting together a youth entrepreneurship program. This is going to be some workshops it is that these young people will be able to attend. And we are looking for speakers, those that are out there that really have a heart for young people, to hopefully, direct them in the right way. So if you are one of those people that maybe love to inspire young people, love to motivate them, or just love working with young people, definitely give us a shout out, connect with us at Women in Business Expo Group. We would love to have you be a panelist, maybe come out and talk to some of these young people, share your story or something, whatever it is that you have to offer. This is definitely some work it is, that has been near and dear to my heart, to my board's heart here, is to help young people and inspire them when it comes to entrepreneurship. So if you are interested in learning more about the Youth Entrepreneurship Program, definitely contact us again, Women in Business Expo Group @yahoo.com for additional details and information for that program there. So yeah, again, like I said, if you are a speaker, a panelist, someone that just has a story to share for young people to inspire them about entrepreneurship, definitely contact us again, Women in Business Expo Group @yahoo.com. Awesome. Well, we thank you all once again for tuning in. I want to reintroduce to you once again our guest for this afternoon. We're going to be discussing self-care. We have two guests this afternoon, Miss Trina Burnett, Mary Kay Sales Director, and Alrita Harris, CEO and founder of Pure Royal Beauty. Hey, ladies, how are you doing this afternoon?
Hello, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you.
Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Good. Glad to have both of you on. Trina and Alrita here. Both are in the California area. Okay. So they're not here in Seattle, y'all. This is what this virtual thing is all about. So we can reach out into other cities, other states, and connect with other business owners and, allow them to share their stories on the air with us. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into this interview? Miss Trina, why don't you go ahead and tell our listeners a little bit more about yourself?
Well, I'm very family oriented. I am a wife. I married to my back-to-back partner, man of God, who is very supportive. I have three amazing adult children. Two of three of them are entrepreneurs, and two grandchildren whom I adore. I'm also very involved in my church. I have a leadership role at my church. I enjoy helping elderly people, and I'm a children's book author as well.
Yes. Awesome. Alrita, why don't you go ahead and let our listeners know a little bit more about yourself?
So, well, I'm 37. I live, of course, in Cleveland, Ohio. I am a healthcare worker as well, so I'm a frontline hero. And as my beautiful lady said, I am the CEO of Pure Royalty Beauty. I enjoy it. I just found it this year. I don't have any kids. I enjoy the weather here. Actually, as you can see, I'm being transparent. I'm in my car because obviously my phone didn't work in the house. So I said, oh my God, it's breaking up while I'm in the house. So I got to get out of here. So I'm doing travel and nursing as we speak. I reside in Cleveland, Ohio, but I'm here in California.
Yeah.
It's not beautiful weather, but it is beautiful weather.
Yeah.
And I just enjoy helping people. I love inspiring people. I love reaching out to people. And like you said, I'm a woman of God, of course, first, and then love myself, and then love my neighbor like myself. So that's what I enjoy doing.
That's exactly it, too. Well, I am glad to have both of you today on the show. Like I said, we were going to be discussing kind of self care here. Both of these ladies are in the beauty industry here. And so we want to just have that conversation with starting out, the beginning of the year and really shining a light on some self care. With all that's going on in the world today, we definitely need to take care of ourselves, is what it is. So why don't you go ahead, Trina? Let our listeners know, what inspired you to start this career as a Mary Kay sales director?
What inspired me to start this career? Oh, well, it wasn't honestly like my sister said so eloquently, being transparent. It wasn't the makeup. It wasn't the image part of it as much as it was, as much as it is the God. And
Mhm.
God is everything to me. And so it makes it the fact that this company is centered and on the foundation of God first, family second, and career third. It makes it easy for me to be a Mary Kay sales director because I already mirror my life according to these principles. So it's the God, and then it's being surrounded by positive, big thinking women who are courageous and bold and just living life unapologetically. And so that's what attracted me to this. And then I'm able to help people.
Mhm.
I'm able to make women feel good about themselves and build confidence in women and help them reach their full God given potential.
Yeah, and that's definitely what's needed out there now. I think women, we need that help. We need that motivation. And especially when it comes to self-care, taking care of ourselves because we're known, to put others first. We put our kids, first or the husband
Yes.
first, and then we tend to leave ourselves last. So, we need that help when it comes to reminding ourselves to put ourselves first. Let me ask you, Miss Alrita, what inspired you to start a business, Pure Royalty Beauty? What inspired you to start that business?
Well, it's as the name. It's called Pure Royal Beauty. And so before you can be royal or before you can be beauty, you have to be pure first.
Mhm.
And I wasn't that. I looked in the mirror, I didn't see myself as pure. I didn't see myself as clean. And because of how I seen myself, I seen other people as well. And it's not pleasant because that's my perspective. And so therefore, before you can see your neighbor as yourself, you have to see yourself as pure first. If your mind is clogged or dark, or if the way you perceive people is dark, or the way you think is dark, how can you love your neighbor or love you or love anybody else if you're not pure, if you're not clean, if there's not light? And so therefore, I came into a place of self, and I looked self in the mirror and I told self, you know what, self, you got a lot to do with self. You got to get self together. You ain't right, self. You blaming people, you pointing the finger, you saying you, and then the mirror saying no, you.
Mhm.
And so therefore, when I looked in the mirror and said no, you, while I was pointing the finger and saying no, you, that's when it became real to me. And when I worked on that part said, if you do this part, you're going to understand, you're going to perceive. And when I start working on myself, I became celibate. I, start withdrawing from this. I start withdrawing from that. I start doing this and that, and then made a change in my life. I was able to see clearly, hey, you really were the problem. It wasn't the world that was the problem. It wasn't you that was the problem. It wasn't my sister that was the problem. It wasn't my brother that was the problem. It was you, the mirror. It was you. And so that's where pure royal beauty come from.
Yeah.
And that's the inspiring part to other women. They need to know, hey, sometimes we could be blaming the world or blaming our neighbor or blaming our brother or blaming that relationship. But really, until we get an idea that we need to look self in the mirror and tell self, no, self, it's you. And until you make a change, you won't see a difference. And that's where I got the name.
That's exactly it. Wow. And it sounds to me too that just within the name of your company, or your business there, you again took a look at self, and you had to reevaluate yourself, to
Yes, I
really
did.
shine in front of others, is what it sounds like.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I did. I was the problem. The world wasn't the problem. My neighbor wasn't the problem. You wasn't the problem. I was the problem. And
Yeah.
that's where pure comes from. Until you become pure, until you become clean, until you become whole, or get to know yourself or be one with yourself, you can't identify with anybody else.
Right. That's exactly it too. Come on, y'all. She's preaching now, okay?
Yes.
She's preaching. Yes. Let our listeners know, Miss Alrita, how long have you been in business?
That's you, Alrita, not me.
Miss Alrita? I think she may have transitioned. Let's go ahead. Miss Trina, how long have you been in business here with Mary Kay?
I have been in business with Mary Kay 16 amazing years.
Wow. That's a long time. They're definitely committed to the company there.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
sure. Yes, yes. 16 years. Definitely a long time to be in business and as a sales director for Mary Kay. Why don't you go ahead and let our listeners know, some of the product line it is that you have there with Mary Kay. Let's talk about maybe, give me maybe one or two of your top products that you see that sells most.
Our top products are definitely hands down our skincare. We have Botox in a bottle, but safer, of course. We have our Cadillac Mac Daddy skincare that has the top of the line anti-aging, but our scientists test these products over 100,000 times to make sure that they're the safest and the highest quality. So those our skincare, our time wise repair, as well as we have it for men as well, because men need the self care and to care for their skin as well. And then we also have some yummy bath and body and fragrances. I know that you said only give you two, but it's just hard to just just throw one or two little nuggets because everything is amazing.
Yes, no, I know you guys have a great product line. And you and I, we did that virtual facial, which that was so much fun. So that the facial products it is that she's mentioning there, I know are excellent. So for those of you that are looking for those products, definitely you want to contact Miss Trina. Okay. So definitely wanted to
Awesome.
put that out there that that's a product it is that I truly enjoyed. I must say. Yes, yeah.
Me too.
Go ahead. Miss Alrita, are you back on with us again?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Awesome. That's okay. That's okay. Let our listeners know. Go ahead and let them know. How long have you been in business? I know you and I have had a conversation, prior to the interview today, but tell us a little bit. When did you get started in business?
So I got started in business in around 2013. And so I started business. I went to school here in California. Um, I went to it was just an all makeup school actually. And I went there. I attended. I graduated, and then I wanted to go further as far as behind the scenes. And to get a job behind the scenes doing celebrity makeup, you have to be licensed. And at that current time, I wasn't licensed, and it was a problem. And so therefore, I did some more studying, and of course some more schooling, and then now I said, you know what? I'm ready to start my own business. I'm ready to launch off on myself. And that's what I did.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Sounds great too. So it sounds like you've been in business there for a while too. I mean, and you working as a traveling nurse also too. So, it does work out sometimes where we need to, work and do our business at the same time. So again, congratulations to you with the business it is that you have
Thank you.
and
Thank you so
launching out.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Exactly. At this time, I want to go ahead and let our listeners know that are just tuning in. You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. This is Women Empowerment Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Carmelle Bias. We are in the studio today via StreamYard with our guest, Miss Trina Burnett, Mary Kay, Sales Director, and Miss Alrita Harris, CEO and founder of Pure Royal Beauty. Oh, we are in the studio today just discussing kind of self-care here and just having this discussion. Like I said, at the beginning of the year, we definitely want to talk and shine that light on, us taking care of ourselves as women, as people, and just doing a better job. I think, when it comes to that self-care, making sure that we're looking after number one first. Definitely that. Why don't you go ahead, let our listeners know, both of you are in business, both are business women. Why don't you talk about maybe a barrier or an experience, a struggle it is that you've had, while in business? Share that side of business with our listeners. Why don't you go ahead, Miss Trina, and kind of share one of your struggles or barriers it is that you've experienced while in business?
I would have to say, go back to piggybacking on what Alrita was saying as far as self, because we get in the way of ourselves more than anything else. And for me, it was breaking those belief barriers and really truly believing in myself, not comparing myself to anyone else, but just being who God called me to be and being okay with that.
Mhm.
Being okay with that, embracing it, and just letting God use me right where I was at. And so when I began to do that, then I was able to help other women to do it more, to break those belief barriers and believe that they can too, and not give up so easily. So the barrier was wanting to, being discouraged and not wanting to see it all the way through, but still hanging in there, but like, oh, maybe not, just questioning the calling. And then the barrier was also coming in contact with women who were having the same struggles
Mhm.
and who was looking for that instant success, and who didn't understand that it takes time, it takes hard work, dedication, and then you will be able to, once you sow that into your business, you'll be able to reap the rewards that come with all the hard work that you do in being diligent.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And
beautiful.
exactly it. Yes, Miss Alberta, why don't you go ahead and share with our listeners again, maybe, like I said, a barrier, a struggle, something it is that you have experienced now, as being a business owner here, and share that kind of that struggle or barrier it is that you've experienced.
My main barrier with starting, it took me so long to start because I didn't know myself.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing worse than going into your calling or who, your business or your industry and not knowing who you are. You
Mm-hmm.
have no self confidence, you have no identity. Yes, everywhere you go, oh, you're so pretty and you're so this and you're so that. And, I'm just going to be very transparent with you all.
Yeah.
The worst thing there is to have a business called Pure Royal Beauty, but every time somebody tell you you're beautiful, you're beautiful, I was like, deep down inside I was like, no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
beautiful. That's how I felt. Did I say it out of my mouth? No. I put on a smile, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But deep down inside I did not feel beautiful. I did not feel worthy. I did not feel none of those things. And so the barrier was all of those things that was keeping me toxic, filled with self-hatred and self-discouragement and self-unworthiness and uh I'm not enough and I can't look like Beyonce. I can't look like this person and comparing myself and I'm never gonna amount enough and I'm in California and it's so huge here and everybody is just so this there and I want to compare myself to that person. I want to be that person and not knowing who are you. You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to fit in, but you want to be the person where people when they look at you they say, wow, who are you? You're a star too. We want to know your name. We want to know where you're from. We want to know your address. We want to know where you live. What do? You don't have a name that's big like everyone else, but you never know. You never know when you're a star in the making. When Beyonce started off, she was a star in the making.
Yeah.
She had a star in her, but that star has to be developed. That
Mm-hmm.
that that inner beauty has to be developed. Who you are in the inside has to be developed. So the real you is inside and it has to be developed. And until you tap into who you really are and the real you, you'll never know.
Yeah.
And so I went on a journey of that and it
Yeah.
was ugly. I remember once upon a time looking at myself in the mirror saying, oh my God, I can't stand you.
Yeah.
Looking at self saying, oh my God, I can't, who are you? What
Mm.
are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah.
And then finally with and it's whether it's with God because everybody's not into God and everybody doesn't want God and then you have to deal with the world.
Yeah.
That's what they call reality, but we have a different perspective. And so and God, I just did much prayer, much fasting, much seeking, and I was just like, and came to a point in my life where I said, you know what, I need to know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment I discovered that, I was a whole different person. And
Right.
I was like, wow, I can't believe it. And sometimes when it's a cleansing. Pure comes is a cleansing. It's a wiping of the eyes. It's a cleaning of the ears. It's a different mindset. It's a beautiful heart, a pure heart. It's a new walk, a new talk. And
Yeah.
when you walk into that and you discover that, that's when you become pure. And from it can become pure, and then a pure let me know I was royal, and then a royal was like, whoa, your beauty is
Yeah.
well too. All of those in one.
That's it. That's exactly it. I mean, it sounds like you have definitely taken a journey there, to find who you are, and that's what I think we need to do, as women is really look in the mirror and figure out, who we are. And especially, in the year of 2022, you need to, stand strong and stand firm in knowing, who you are inside and allowing that royalty to shine, within and allowing it to shine on others, allowing that light to shine for sure. That's what's needed. Why don't you go ahead, Miss Trina, let people know, let our listeners know, how do they contact you, for more information or details, in you being that Mary Kay sales director?
Yes. You can contact me on my Mary Kay website, and I'll say it very slow so you can catch it.
Yes.
Of course, you need your 3 W's, www dot Mary Kay, and Mary Kay is spelled MaryKay.com / and my first name, Trina, capital Trina, the letter B, capital B, and then my last name, Burnett, capital BURNETTE. Go on my website and register on there, and let me know that you're interested in getting together with me. Either virtually, because I'm reaching women all over the country virtually and pampering women. You get a beauty experience package. I'll send it across the miles, and then we can get on here together and get to know each other, and we can do some self-care. Or if you're in the Sacramento, California area, let me know, and we can get together in person at my Mary Kay Pink studio, and we can do this there. So I would love to get together with you all.
Yes, yes. Great information there for those that are looking to connect with Miss Trina. Miss Alrita, why don't you go ahead and let our listeners know, how do those contact you for more information and details? Go ahead and give that website information, or your social media page, whatever it is, that people can contact you and reach out and connect with you.
So my contact information, of course, is going to be Alrita. That's ALRITA, chosen, CHOSEN1ONE, and that's 777 at gmail.com. And other than promoting this way through radio, through commercial, through social media, through email, that's the best way to be able to contact me. And other than that, I thank you all. I bless you, and what you're doing with Mary Kay. Trina, is awesome. And congratulations to you and your business. And I hope it be prosperous. And most of all, to our host, she is wonderful, right?
She is
We
simply
bless
the
your
best.
business, and we want you to be prosperous as well. And we definitely have to send blessings out to you, and that God will continuously prosper you and give you blessings to meet new people, and that it may grow and expand and be exceedingly above all you can ask or think, of course.
Yes. I want to thank you.
I'm stretching my hand forth in agreement.
Yes. We bless you.
I want to thank you both for being on the show this afternoon with us. And I want to thank the listeners here at Rainier Avenue Radio.world. This is Women Empowerment Talk Radio, and I'm your host,